Hey friends, it is TexAgs Rewind. I am David Nuno, joined by Luke Evangelist at the Angry Elephant News and Social Center, and of course, Ethan Jones, our stat junkie. We've got a big game against Arkansas. You found some numbers for us to be ready for.
Yeah, so last game, A&M or Auburn, who we played, had a turnover on downs or a punt on 10 of their 11 drives. This was against mobile quarterbacks like Peyton Thorne and Robbie Ashford. Next week, we're playing a mobile quarterback in KJ Jefferson. Granted, he's a way better mobile quarterback, but we had success against a mobile quarterback, so hopefully that continues.
Yeah, so what was that number again?
It was Auburn had a turnover on downs or a punt on 10 of their 11 drives.
There you go. More of that Aggie defense. On the show, we had some stats to get into, like the Apex Performers of the Week. Something tells me Devon Achane or Devon Achan. I don't know how I say it. It's Devon Achan, I think, right? I think that was part of the show. Luke Evangelist, what else was on the show that was good to you?
We had the Jamies, the Jamie duo every Tuesday. Always a great sight to see them. We had Charean Williams. And
KBTX is in the house.
Yeah, KBTX. We also had the roundtable.
Yeah, KBTX, Tyler Shaw and Daryl Bruffett. That and more, and of course, your crazy text messages and whatnot here on the TexAgs Rewind presented by Yeti.
But guy that I've been really excited about the way he's playing because they needed him to be good is Edgerrin Cooper.
Let's go.
You know, the hog hunter went out there.
And he hog hunted.
Yeah, hopefully he will. But,
hopefully.
I mean, he warmed up. What do you have, like 8 tackles and 2 sacks?
I have it right here. 8 tackles, 5 solo, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss.
Edge Cooper. Man, that's an apex predator right there.
He is an apex predator.
Yeah.
Let's go Max Johnson.
Okay. No issue with that.
Max Johnson came in a difficult situation in a close game. It wasn't close when he took over. 7 of 11, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 rushes for 15 yards, had that great scramble at one point. Max Johnson, really, you did not miss a beat. And in fact, you had your better offensive half when he was there for different reasons. I think some of it is the way Bobby Petrino did adjust it.
Yeah, sure, but he did his first 5 passes.
I did ask Jimbo about the adjustments at half, and he's like, it's not really necessarily adjustments. It's more about seeing things in the moment that you maybe are not seeing in the first half.
And then adjusting.
And adjusting to
but
to
he
what you're not
completed his
seeing.
first 5 passes for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that touchdown pass to Evan Stewart on both ends, that was picturesque.
Picturesque. I'm going to give you another one.
All right, give me another
Are you familiar with Mike Evans?
I am.
Now, the Bucs didn't have their best performance, but he's always on fire. 5 receptions, 60 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Man, what a good football player.
God, what a great
And he's,
football player.
8 years in or something? And still producing like
Great football
that?
player.
Great football player.
Hall of Fame football player.
Yes.
Donovan Wilson. I know it brings up a sore subject, but he had 4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Justin Matabuke, 4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. And then the one that we are saving, the biggest performance of the weekend,
Achan?
Devon Achan.
Sean?
Achan, 22 touches, 233 total yards, 4 touchdowns, 10.6 yards per touch.
And, he's going to have, I guarantee you, he's going to have another 4 touchdown game before the season's over.
Guarantee it?
Yeah, he's just too explosive. Now, I want to throw out one more guy as an apex.
You could throw out as many guys as you want.
From the Texas A&M game.
Okay.
Le'Veon freaking Moss.
Oh.
Man, talk about, remember when they were early in the game, they had a 3rd and 1, he got hit in the backfield. It looks like they were going to be stopped, and he spun out of that tackle just so strong and picked it up with a 6-yard gain. Should have been a 2-yard loss. He turned it to a 6-yard gain, 97 yards rushing. He showed that he can make the big play. What was a 36-yard run, 36-yard run, and then he showed that he can also get the really tough yardage. Yeah, Le'Veon Moss.
But, yeah, there's 2 Aggies this week. That's all we're going to talk about because that's all we need to talk about. Miles Garrett had a little Aggie on Aggie crime. He just crushed Ryan Tannehill. 5 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 5 quarterback hits, 3 tackles for loss. And he passed there's an official sacks list and an unofficial sacks list because sacks didn't become official till 1982. So now he already was the official Brown sacks leader, but there was an unofficial list for sacks before 1982. He's now past that. So whatever list you want to use, Miles Garrett now the all-time sacks leader for the Cleveland Browns, 79, I think it is, which just is an amazing number for where he is in his career. And then Devon Achane or however he wants to pronounce it, 18 carries, 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 catches, 30 yards, 2 touchdowns. 70 points for the Dolphins, second most yards in a game in NFL history. I am amazed, though, that people don't know who he is, that people are amazed by what he's doing. You obviously didn't follow college football. You're amazed by what he did on Sunday. You just didn't follow it. You didn't see you didn't watch the Orange Bowl in 2020. You didn't see the LSU game last year. And for people who said he couldn't, he can't run up, it's too small to run in between the tackles, you didn't watch the LSU game last year. This was a repeat of that in the NFL. I don't think anyone at A&M is surprised by what he did on Sunday in the NFL. No one's surprised. And by the way, all that first-round draft pick, Bijan Robinson, he's going to be great. First round, he's awesome. He overshadowed our guy for however many years, 3 years. Guess what? He has 213 yards rushing in 3 games. Our guy had 203 in 1 game. That.
Yeah, I like that, Charean.
Yeah.
See what that guy can do with a passing game to help him and some pretty good blocking.
In an offensive line.
Amazing, isn't it?
All right, gentlemen, let's get into the KBTX big 3 takeaways. Daryl, you start us off. What are your 3 takeaways or observations heading into this game?
I like the fact that they are running the ball better. I also like the fact that Anais Smith is getting more looks, and I like the consistency of the kicking game. I mean, I know I hit those pretty quickly, but they haven't missed any field goals, I don't think, in the last 2 ball games. Hit a couple of 50-yarders, which I think that is, critical for Randy Bond's confidence and the confidence in the offense to know, hey, if we don't get it in and we need something from that kind of distance, he nailed it. Yeah. He's hit 2 of them. So, I mean, I think that's great. And Nick Constantino has been consistent. So I don't think you can not consider how well they have been operating in terms of special teams after the Miami game.
That Anais point you had, I think it's such a good point, too, because this is with the quarterbacks not having all of their tools, right? Noah's missed a couple of games. Evan missed a game. So the fact that you're showing, and Ja'Day Walker's had big games, right? Like there's a lot of tools that have been used, and when they're all together, will be very dangerous.
I'm looking forward to Anais having a big game against Arkansas, though, because that was a game last year where he got hurt.
Yep,
that's true.
Yeah,
he needs a little redemption on that one.
Yeah.
So my big 3 takeaways: 1, A&M's quarterback situation is fine. You had a stud in Connor Wigman. I think you have a stud in Max Johnson. So I think they're fine as long as Max stays healthy. They're fine there. 2, the defensive line is very capable. Before the season, I thought that was one of the most complete, talented groups, and it was very disappointing to see the way they started this year.
Yep.
But to see the 7 sacks, to see them apply pressure, to see them control that line of scrimmage was very encouraging, and they're capable, and they can do that again. They can repeat that success, I believe. And then the 3rd, kind of same with the running game. The running back by committee approach works for this team.
Okay.
Some days it's going to be Le'Veon Moss. Some days it's going to be Amari Daniels. And I think eventually you are going to see Reuben Owens being that feature back. But for now, kind of that by committee approach is going to work for this team.
Talk to me about KJ's evolution as not only a leader, but as a quarterback, where his game has gotten better. Maybe the numbers this year aren't where they have been, at least early parts of last year, but just he's gotten better. Where has he gotten better?
Well, I think when you look at the way he throws what I would call the intermediate routes, he's improved a great deal at that. His footwork's improved a lot. His release points improved a lot. Now, I'm not a coach, so for me to sit here and say, watch him do this and look at the way he used to do that, I could reveal myself pretty quickly there as a non-coach. I do know that when you look at his command, when you look at his presence on the field and compare it now to where it was when he began his career, there really is no comparison. He's always thrown a deep ball, but KJ, when you really look at the great games that he's played, and this is what makes him a great college quarterback, is he's got the ability to run. And one of the things that made Arkansas better against LSU was it was really the first time in this season that they really cut him loose and let him run. I think Arkansas goes into every game right now, frankly, with the ideas, the game plan of how many times are we going to have to run KJ to win, And I think you go from there. And they needed to run him more against LSU. And I suspect as we move forward, we're going to continue to see that.
All right, Ethan, we're going to close it out, but I'm going to look at you and I'm going to
Okay.
tell Luke. Luke, tell the people what to do.
Okay, well, I'm going to look over here and tell Ethan to tell the people what to do.
Okay, I'm gonna look over there
Okay,
and
this is
tell
dumb.
David to tell the people what to
You're
do.
a bunch of dummies. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. Thanks, friends. We'll see you next time.